Welcome to my video on a 2007 Chevy Cobalt with two error codes P0700 and a P0705. One is a transmission range switch and one is a control module. Today we're going to be covering an important task of checking and replacing a corroded ground connection in your vehicle. Disclaimer, I am not a mechanic, but I work on vehicles for family or myself occasionally. Before we start working on any electrical components, the first step is always crucial. Always disconnect the battery to ensure safety. Once the battery is disconnected, in this model it is located in the trunk. You can then pop the hood and start working. So what we're going to do right off the bat, once the battery is disconnected, we're going to remove the engine cover. And to do that, simply just remove the engine oil cover. And then you can lift right up on the engine cover and remove that out of the way. Next, you want to locate the ground wire. So to do that, you want to look kind of in the center of the engine. In this instance, kind of covered a little bit by the radiator hose, which I'm going to show you in a second. So once I remove this cover, I'm going to pull up and remove that out of the way. The radiator hose is right here, so I'm going to kind of slide it over to the side. I'm going to point to where the ground connection that was the issue in this vehicle is located. What you need to do there is you need to just make sure that you're unbolting that, and you want to take the first cluster of wires onto that first connector off. And you're going to check the connections. In many instances, in a case like this one, you might find significant corrosion that prevents a proper connection. Being a northeast vehicle, mainly living in New York and Massachusetts, Chevy did not do a great job covering the bottom side of the chassis, protecting it from salt and whatnot getting kicked up in the winter months, which basically gave us the issue that we have today. Once I take that wire off, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut off the damaged section of it, and when I connect or cut off that damaged section, I'm going to basically strip the wires down, so I have a new area to be able to connect it into a cleaned up connector piece. So these are some of the images. At first you can see how bad the wires were and how many were broken. So in this image, this is basically the last step before I did a little bit of a solder, which I don't show you with an image. I just basically took some heat shrinking tubing, put it around the wires, put the connector back on, had the wires all stripped, and then added some solder at the end. Again, my only purpose of making this video today was to hopefully save somebody some aggravation, maybe save somebody some time and money. For this instance, it was just to help a family member, so the car extended out a little bit longer. Once you have everything done, you are then able to run it through some cycles, and those check engine lights and whatnot should be disappearing. Good luck, everybody.